Today I want to share a testimony with you, a little bit of an encouragement for your walk with the Lord. So this past December, I was reading a book on themes in the Bible, and it was fascinating, and it was really encouraging. The author's story was woven throughout the book, and I just had this sense of urgency to read it. The Lord was really pushing me to read it. I was waking up at night and having to just read it, and just for a few weeks I was just reading this book every night, really enjoying it and growing strong in the Lord from it. And in the book, the author talks about how her young daughter dies from a terminal illness, and she's struggling with it. She goes to a Bible study and they're reading Psalm 91, and she's really struggling to see how Psalm 91 is applying to her in her life. And she says she felt that evil did befall her, that a plague did go near her tent, and that she did endure something much worse than her foot striking a stone. And her friends had to encourage her and tell her how Psalm 91 was spiritual. It was talking about her spiritual life, how she's going to be victorious spiritually. Her physical life might be falling apart, things might be going terrible, but the Lord was with her spiritually. In the end, she was going to be safe spiritually if she clung to Jesus, that He's victorious and He's going to see her through it. And I thought it was such a good reminder. Psalm 91 is such an encouragement. I love that chapter. Perspective that our physical lives may be very difficult, but spiritually we can do so well in the Lord, and He's going to keep us and protect us and help us. So I included that in this lesson, and I wrote this lesson on January 1st, 2024. And 2 days later, I ended up going to my cardiology appointment, my annual checkup. I was born with the center of my heart didn't form correctly. They fixed some problems when I was 3, but I still have a few problems, and I go back every year just for a checkup. It's no big deal. And I have a new cardiologist this year. My old one left the practice. So he walks in the door and he just says, you need heart surgery. Your heart's weakening. It's getting weaker every year. You're going to end up with an arrhythmia and go into heart failure. You need some surgery right away. I'm like, oh, okay. Nice to meet you too. It's a lot to take in. So I went to the parkway, just took a walk, prayed, took it all in, and the Lord, He'd prepared me. He gave me Psalm 91. He knew what my trial was going to be, and He prepared me. A few hours later, I get a call from another hospital, and they're like, well, our cardiologist, our surgeon, he can do it, and we're going to set up a consultation in a few weeks. I'm like, okay, it's moving really fast. It's intense. But I was okay with that. I had peace. I knew that no matter what happens, the Lord was with me. Should I need surgery? The Lord was with me. Should I not make it through surgery? Even if I was to pass away, the Lord's with me and He's going to help me. I would go to heaven, and that's, great for me. And as far as my family and my kids, I can trust the Lord to take care of them. I know He's faithful. I know that no matter what happens, He's going to be with them. And He gave me Psalm 91 to give me peace, to strengthen me, to help me through my trial. He knew what was coming beforehand. And so I meet with the surgeon. He's not convinced that I need surgery right away. He wants more images. I have to get a transesophageal echocardiogram. They put a sonogram thing down your esophagus. It's wide awake. It's not a pleasant experience. But they did find out my heart's not as bad as they expected. So surgery is pushed off for now. It's on a year-to-year basis. They'll reassess. I was reading the Word, I was praying, and He got me ready. And so when you are going through life, you need to be reading the Word, you need to be prepared, you need to be committed to serving the Lord no matter what happens. And He is going to prepare you for those trials. He's going to get you ready for that. But you have to be digging into the Word. You have to be listening for Him. Say you get mail, you get some encouraging mail from somebody, it's in your mailbox. If you don't go and get that mail out of your mailbox, you just can't be bothered, you're never going to get that encouragement. Well, the Lord has encouragement for us. He's trying to prepare us for our trials. But if you don't go and talk to Him, if you're not praying and reading the Word, you're not going to get that encouragement. So we need to be seeking the Lord. 1 Peter 4:9 is our verse for today. It says, so then, those who suffer according to God's will should commit themselves to their faithful Creator and continue to do good. We are going to have suffering in our lives. We are going to have trials. We live in a fallen world. You're going to have disease, disaster. There's evil people. You may suffer persecution. If you're not doing evil, you're not fitting in with the culture, you stick out. And people don't like that, and they're going to target you. He wants us to be warriors, strong warriors for him, ready for whatever comes our way. And so you guys are going to dig into the word today, and you're going to look at different ways to prepare for our trials and different ways to respond to our trials. And what does the Lord expect of us? So have a great home fellowship.